Morning, Grace Center. Everybody online. I see the sun waking up in the morning, reviving dreams. I feel the wind on my back, the promise reminding me there's a garment of praise for heaviness. There's a new song burning inside my chest, living in the goodness that He brings. Get your hopes up, lift your head up, let your faith arise. Get your hopes up, our God is for us, He's brought us back to life. I see the sun waking up in the morning, reviving dreams. I feel the wind on my back, the promise reminding me there's a garment of praise for heaviness. There's a new song burning inside my chest, living in the goodness that He brings. Get your hopes up, lift your head up, let your faith rise. Get your hopes up, our God is for us, He's brought us back to life. Get your hopes up, lift your head up, let your faith rise. Get your hopes up, our God is for us, He's brought us back to life. Christ before me, Christ behind me. I am firmly held in His mercy, never ending. I remind myself, Christ before me, Christ behind me. I am firmly held in His mercy, never ending. I'll remind myself. Get your hopes up, lift your head up, let your faith arise. Get your hopes up, our God is for us, He's brought us back to life. Get your hopes up, lift your head up, let your faith arise. Get your hopes up, our God is for us, He's brought us back to life. Christ before me, Christ before me, Christ behind me. I am firmly held in His mercy, never ending. I'll remind myself, Son, our God is for us. He's brought us back to life. Get your hopes up, lift your head up, let your faith rise. Get your hopes up, our God is for us. He's brought us back to life. Hallelujah. Bless you, Jesus. Hallelujah. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Amen. 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 The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Amen. 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 His favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and the children and the children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and the children and the children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and the children and the children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and the children and the children. May his presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you, he is with you in the morning, in the evening, and you're coming and you're going, and you're weeping and rejoicing. He is for you, 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 yeah. Amen. 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 presence. May His presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you. He is with you in the morning, in the evening, in your coming and your going, in your weeping and rejoicing. He is for you. 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 Yeah.
Such a beautiful song. I love how the beginning is so slow and it's kind of like, come on, give me a beat or something I can jam with. But it just goes from just pure worship, just focus on God, to now I'm going to declare over myself. Man, I just can't help but stomp my foot every time. It's like, He is for you, He is for you, He is for you. I mean, it's easy to say that to everyone else, but it's really hard to say that for yourself. So that's why I think this song has just been so powerful, even since it's been released and even now. Such a powerful song, because not only does it have the element of just exaltation to our Father, to our Abba, to our Daddy. But then there's a point where you rise up and you say, He is for me, He is for me, He is for me. Such a great reminder. I love that song. Thank you guys so much. Praise team this morning. Always good to have Jason and our boy Quentin back there on the drums. Thank you guys. Well, good morning, Grace Center. How are you today? I'm so glad to have everyone in the house. I have a couple of announcements real quick before you're seated. Just give a healthy wave across the room to everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, live stream. Good morning, Miss Carol. Miss your lovely face this morning. So glad that you're at home watching, and all of our lovely members as well that are at home watching. We love you. And we love that you are joining us in whatever capacity that you can. So thank you for being with us this morning. I'm sure everybody remembers. If you don't remember, Pastor Mark is out of town this weekend. He's actually currently preaching right now in Thomasville, North Carolina, for some very good friends of ours that have a growing, thriving, exciting church down there. And he's got our good friend, Pastor Tori, who's on the other side of North Carolina, just lighting it up, I'm sure. With another lively group in North Carolina. So they have had a really awesome team time since they've been down there, or up there, over there, really just over there, I guess. They went up there. Pastor Tori is a life coach, motivator, and he's black, so he is like, I just say that because he's my friend, but... Pastor Raymond Graham saw him preaching one time, and he said, man, I literally felt like he was about to lift off, which is ironic because that's literally about what it feels like. So anyway, he's down there just doing some coaching, some sales coaching, some team building stuff with our son and his company that is in North Carolina. It's growing exponentially. Just over the last 3 years, it has just been incredible, the growth that he has seen. So he's developing new policies and new options, sales obviously becoming an increasingly important part of his company, and he's just really stepped it up a notch. So he invited Tori to come down, and what could Mark say? Oh, you're going to go to my son's? Well, let me tag along so I can eat up all the grandbaby loving while I'm there, and you can go do your thing. So they ended up driving. So they've had a really good time. Mark said he almost died only once while Tori was driving, so all has been well so far. Yeah, just once. So I don't know that Tori's as seasoned of a highway driver than Mark is. So let me just tell you real quick, May 1's announcement is all I can think of, and then I've got something super exciting to share with you. Pastor Jamie, or Bishop Jamie Englehart, is going to be here Friday, October 16th. It's going to be a Friday night service. I'm just going to remind you again, if you've made plans, to tell those people, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but this is a much more important commitment that I have to make. Jamie Englehart is a very good friend of ours. He's got an incredible heart, great relational human being, really, just absolutely relational, very blessed to know him and to have him in our life. And like I said last week, we've really been trying to just kind of dim down the amount of speakers and just extra commitment services that we've had this year just because of all of the pandemic stuff going on. So we've just really been trying not to obligate people to have to come out to these kinds of things, but we really would appreciate everyone showing up for Bishop. He's just now kind of getting back out into the traveling circle. And we definitely wanted to be a part of that. So he's definitely going to bless you. If you've never heard him, he has got like the ultimate scare you, raspy voice. He said he doesn't understand why God gifted him that voice, but for whatever reason he does. So he's a lot of fun. He's one of our daughter Abby's favorite preachers, just because he's very animated and good. But he's also flows in the prophetic, just an absolute wealth of knowledge and wisdom. So always learn something new when he's here. So on to the next announcement. If you came expecting hear me preach this morning, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not going to happen. But there's a good reason for it. Mark did ask me, and I did say yes, and I normally am absolutely defiantly stubborn about going back on my word, because it's just not something that I like to do. However, there is an incredible testimony as to why. So let me just explain to you what we're going to do this morning. We've had worship. What the Grace Center is going to do is we're going to stay here. Mark recorded a sermon for us, so we're going to watch it on the TV screen. We're going to feel big time this morning and watch it on the TV screen. We're going to disconnect our live stream after I share my testimony with you guys. And then Mark has already shared his sermon this morning on his wall and on the Grace Center's wall. So if you are watching live stream, you can go to Mark's Facebook page or the Grace Center's Facebook page or YouTube as well. It is uploaded there, and watch the sermon for yourself. So this is just the way it had to be done this morning. So the reason is because for the last 2.5 years, I've been working 3 jobs, about 55 to 65 hours a week, just depending on the week and what's going on. I have been doing bookkeeping for 2 different companies, and then I've also been taking care of an elderly lady, mostly just cleaning and errand running. But one of the bookkeeping jobs was a startup business, and the guy was a good friend of mine. His son was a good friend of mine, and he called me and said, "Man, we're starting a business. I need somebody who handles bookkeeping, can set up all of our taxes, run our payroll, help me get some policies and procedures in place." And I was like, "Man, I'm a girl." And he was like, "Unfortunately, I can't afford to pay you right now, but I promise you that when we get rolling, I will absolutely keep you in mind." And of course, I'm a nice person most of the time, so I was like, "Sure, absolutely. Relationship's important. I want to help you guys. Definitely would love to do that." Well, that turned into a year where I was working for them, running their payroll. When I was on vacation, I would work remotely because they didn't have anybody else. And it became a commitment. It's been almost 2.5 years now. And about 6 months ago, he finally started paying me because I had to finally put my foot down and say, "Look, I'm worth more than what you're giving me," which is nothing, so I need you to bump it up. So he was only giving me about 15 hours a week. But I was starting to detect that maybe this was all I was ever going to get from the guy. Now my job, I work at Fred's Tire and Battery here in Shawnee. Absolute incredible ownership, leadership from that company. They've treated me very well. I love that job. It's my main job. And then the elderly lady that I was caring for, she was getting paid through a state-funded agency that was paying me to help her. Well, they decided after the first year that they were not going to renew that. And she broke down. She was like, "I can't afford to pay you." And I said, "It doesn't matter. We're going to keep doing it anyway because you need the help and I want to help." I would hate to think that that would be my mom or my grandmother sitting over there by themselves with nobody and just some simple stuff needed. I was like, "We're doing it." So ended up doing that for a little over a year for free as well. So just continued to work my brains out. Of course, we've been extremely blessed all along the way. We decided a long time ago that it did us no good to put any trust in what we could manufacture, what we could get paid, or what money we could make, but that we were just going to continue to work. And God has always been our source, and He's always blessed us. We've always been supernaturally blessed by just resources we would have probably never even imagined were out there. So fast forward to about 2.5 weeks ago, the startup company that I helped called me and said, "We're going to have someone else do your job this week." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, we're trying to cut back hours." And I said, I'm the only employee you have from your foundation 2.5 years ago. I'm the least paid employee, and I get the least amount of hours. I'm the only physical source of income in my family because my husband's in ministry. So could you find somebody else maybe to cut? I mean, I could think of a couple of other people. And sorry, there's those in every workplace. So he actually got very hateful with me, very rude, basically told me to bring my keys in and leave. And I was devastated. because I had a relationship with this person, and it hurt me that he basically used me and just left me hanging. So I called Mark, not super upset that I was no longer working there, because I, wasn't working for much, but super upset at the loss of the relationship. I was very cool, calm, and collected. Oh, thank God for Mark in my life. I was very cool, calm, and collected, responded to him and said, I wish you the best. And someday I'll get there. So anyway, but I told Mark, I said, I feel like a fool because I gave this man over a year of my life for free, and it was a lot of work. And he's just going to, poop on me like that. 4 days later, our son in North Carolina calls me, and he's like, I've been trying to figure out I helped him when he started his company with all of his bookkeeping stuff. I went to North Carolina and trained his wife for a week to kind of help in the office, and he calls me from time to time for advice and help and follow through and stuff like that. Thanks, girl, what's up. So anyway, he called me and he said, I want to hire you. And I was like, yeah, well, that's all great and good, but how is this going to work? And he said, I don't care. It's important that you be a part of our office, and it's important that it happen now. I need an office administrator. I need someone that can oversee the functions of our office. I want to fly you out here so you can figure out what everybody's doing. Now, he's in plumbing, and of course, because my husband's a plumber, I know a lot of the verbiage and all of that stuff. But he said, I'm going to buy you a computer, buy you a desk, stapler, whatever it is that you need. I'll buy it. I want you to do an at-home office, and I'm gonna pay you this dollar amount. Would you be interested? This dollar amount is 3 times what I'm making right now. 3 times. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you guys. That is huge, because I was actually considering filing unemployment for the 15 hours a week that I was missing, because I was like, we just can't miss this income. It's just too important. And but I'm just telling you that the timing could not have been more perfect. It was just God reminding me that I'm for you. Mark kept reminding me every time I would get discouraged, I would say something like, man, I'm just working my fingers to the bone, and I'm not making enough. What else can I do? What else can I do? What else can I do? I feel frustrated that I'm not available with the church as much as I would like to be, because I'm having to work so much to make ends meet. And he said, the Lord loves generosity. He loves it. So whatever that looks like, whenever that comes, the Lord loves generosity. That's what you need to remember, is you're giving without expectation, so the Lord loves it. So here we are, the Lord loving my generosity. 2.5 years later, and I am so super excited. So this last week has been an absolute roller coaster of emotions. The job that I'm leaving the 2 jobs. I'm not leaving the old lady because I love her, but I'm going to leave the 2 main jobs. And so they've hired a replacement. I get to train her this week. But, of course, just everything that could have happened negative happened last week. And I just had a meltdown and told Mark, I feel like a disappointment, but I just can't. I just can't right now. I don't have the time. I don't have the mental capacity. And I need to focus on these other 2 transitions that are happening right now in my life. So I can't preach, and for whatever reason, the preacher already had a sermon. So literally within 24 hours, he was like, Chris, come down here, we're going to record a sermon. I was like, see, I don't even know why I question myself sometimes. But so we're going to stay in the series, Connect, Grow, Go, which is a series that we're in right now. It's also the Vision of Grace Center. So we're excited because the last time Mark did a sermon series, him and Michael, on Connect, Grow, Go, it was more on the vision of Grace Center, kind of what we're all about, what we see happening, both apostolically, pastorally, evangelistically. This one is relationship, personal growth. So this is huge. This is key. At no point in your life should you ever stop connecting growing, going. I mean, this is important for not just you as an individual, but especially for the body of Christ locally, globally, you know, on every capacity. So I'm excited for Mark to do this one. I haven't actually got to listen to it yet. So we're going to transition the live stream over this morning. Then you guys will get to sit and watch this morning. So we love you guys. Thank you so much again for being here.
Good morning, Grace Center. I am in Thomas.